this is Anthony Carey with Function First and the Pain Free Movement Specialist and Cortex. I've got a corrective exercise I want to share with you today, a version of the dead bug. You're probably familiar with the dead bug, great exercise for kind of core stabilization, but the way that we're going to do it today is we're going to call it a self-regulating exercise or self-limiting exercise. In other words, the client gets to dictate based on the own internal forces that they apply. Are they or are they not being successful? What we really like about these kind of exercises is the client does not feel that the exercise is too remedial, meaning that, hey, am I getting anything out of this? Why am I doing anything with it? Why am I doing this exercise? They also don't feel the threat or risk of overdoing it because, again, they're the ones that are going to be generating the level of capacity from which they can work in. So working within their capacity, which ideally starts to increase over time from doing the exercises, is something that they get that internal feedback. So watch what I show this, try it out with your clients and let us know what you think. So the typical dead bug involves usually the individual leg on their back, arms up, legs up, and the arms and legs are going to go in opposition and work. And that is a great exercise, and again, challenging. You've got the reciprocation of opposite sides of the body. You've got the levers lengthening over time, which increases the torque at the axis of rotation around the lumbar spine and pelvis. Again, very good exercise, can be modified based on how far you reach. But one of the ways that we can dial it back, but still, again, give the individual the capacity to increase the demand is where we use the wall as a reference point. So I'm going to lay on the floor with my head just a couple inches from the wall. And I want to put my hands on the wall with all fingers pointing down. So all fingers are pointing down. Optimally, my upper arm is vertical, perpendicular to the floor. And as I'm lying here right now, if I push into the wall, you can watch what happens to the pelvic bowl here. I kind of automatically anteriorly rotate because my buttocks, my ischial tuberosities become the rocker there. Now what I want to do and what we will cue the client is push into the wall only as hard as you can without losing that stabilization. So in other words, floor becomes the reference point. My low back, I want my low back flat on the floor for this purpose. As I push, I'm only going to push as hard as I can without doing that, without rocking forward. Okay, that's what I can do. I'm going to flex my hips to 90 degrees, still keeping that pressure there. And then I'm going to do the similar motion with the feet, but again, increasing the pressure, facilitating the thoracic spine and the force away from the wall, which would want to cause my pelvis to rotate anteriorly. So we still get the benefits of the opposing legs moving. We still get the benefit of the lever lengthening away from the body. We get the asymmetrical torque that's created by the longer lever. We get the tension on the hip flexors. We get all those things that are requiring increased stabilization through the abdominals and keeping the low back kind of neutral on the floor. If I get better at it, I will progressively put more force into it. So the act of pushing the arms into the wall facilitates the shoulder girdles, the thoracic spine, that musculature, but it also just creates a reaction force that pushes the body away from the wall at the same time, which we want to resist, and we're going to, again, allow that client to be self-regulating with that. So, any questions, any comments, we'd love to hear from you. That is our version of the dead bug.